Cork at the moment.
And what do you do?
I'm a doctor,
What type of physician are
family
you?
physician.
Family physician. And how long have you been in Cork?
Well, I'm actually from Galway. I'm just visiting Cork at the moment, basically for the weekend, just meeting up with a friend of mine.
What is a typical day for you?
A typical working day.
Uh-huh.
Wake up at 7:30, drive to work, do my work, head home. Whenever I finish, usually about 6 o'clock in the evening.
How many patients will you see?
About 24 to 34, somewhere in between that.
And the types of cases will range from what to what?
Well, as a family physician, you see everything. You see from pediatrics to geriatrics, basically. So you see the full range of patients.
See any babies today?
Well, I wasn't working today, but yesterday when I was, I did see a few babies. All right, yeah.
And what's your oldest patient?
I have a 91-year-old patient at the moment, basically. So she would be my oldest patient at the moment. Yeah.
When you're not working, what do you like to do?
Socialize, meet friends, exercise, these sort of things. That's pretty much it, really.
What makes you laugh?
Uh, Listening to people say funny stories, I presume. Along those lines, films, comedians, that sort of stuff.
And if you put your hand directly into one of your pockets
Yes.
right now, what would you pull out?
Well, possibly what everybody else in the world would pull out at the moment, which is my iPhone, basically. So
Got a lot of good numbers on that?
I do.
How many apps? Do you know?
I haven't counted.
Show us your
I-
phone. Show us your cell phone.
I haven't counted how many apps that I have, but I presume, let me see, that's about 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 16, 32, and 5 is 37 apps on my phone. I
What's your
presume.
favorite app?
Probably I suppose the one I use the most would be my medical apps, basically. Differential diagnosis apps. Yeah.
For people that don't know about virtual diagnostic apps, what are they?
Well, they're just sort of aids more than anything, really. Obviously, to remember every single disease under the sun can be quite difficult at times, basically. And in family medicine, you do see quite a large range of illnesses, basically. So you do see quite a lot of range of illnesses, basically. So, it's good to have a sort of a refresher close to hand, basically, because, when you're doing house calls as well in particular, you never know what you're going to see. So it's always good to have some sort of aid close to hand.
So how many medical apps are there?
How many are there?
On your
Oh,
phone?
on my phone, just two. So, yeah.
That's good. I've never thought about a doctor with a stethoscope and an app.
Yeah, well, I suppose that's the modern medicine, basically. You have to move with technology because your patients have moved with technology. I mean, the older generation, obviously, they're still getting used to things like the internet, but the future of medicine is information and technology. So that's pretty much where I are.
Where did you go to med school?
In Dublin.
In Dublin. And how long have you been out?
I finished med school 8 years now.
8 years.
Yeah.
You look very young.
I get that all the time. Yeah,
So how old are you?
I'm 32.
You're kidding. Oh, I would have thought a lot younger than that.
Yeah, I get that a lot. Yeah.
If you could make one wish for the world, what would it be?
Free healthcare. You sound American, I presume. Obviously, there's huge problems that I'd have. I could never work there because basically I find it very difficult to take money from somebody to treat their health. So if it was one thing I'd wish for the world, it'd be free healthcare.
Free healthcare. And if there was one idea you would like to share with the world, what would it be?
God, Jesus, that's a difficult one. Jesus, one idea to share with the world. You've put me on the spot here now. I can't even come up with an answer. Not something I really think about. One idea for the world. Something like, you mean some sort of invention?
Big or small?
Something to just instantly clean water, basically, I suppose would be the biggest thing, I suppose, the biggest idea.
Have you been in places where water's an issue?
Yeah, absolutely. I've worked in places where people just can't get clean drinking water, so, certainly that'd be an issue, all right.
Now, would you mind doing one thing? Would
Yeah.
you give us your name and also say that we can use this footage?
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm Shas, and you can use this footage. All right. Okay.
Thank you very
No problem.
much.
No worries.
Appreciate it.